Be aware. The story of a young girl for awareness and prevention. In school, they always taught you to never let someone touch you in a way that made you feel uncomfortable. It gave me a sick feeling every time I heard it, and I didn't understand why. It made me angry and confused because I didn't know why I was feeling so gross and like I had done something wrong. I felt like I was carrying around this heavy burden. About what? I wasn't sure. I just knew something wasn't right, but I couldn't remember what. At night, I'd think and think and think, trying to remember if something bad had happened to me. Every time I came up empty, but a horrible guilt and sick feeling never left me. My mom would come home and do as she always did, give me a hug and a kiss and ask me how my day was, but I'd always fight back. I didn't want a hug. I didn't want to be touched. I didn't want to talk because for some reason, I felt like I did something wrong. Going over to his house always made me anxious. I didn't want to be around him. I didn't want my mom to leave me with him. That's not how a child is supposed to feel towards their parent, but it's always how I felt with my dad. I was terrified. I'd come home and just cry and be so angry at the world, and no one ever knew why, not even me. As I got older, it got worse, and I hated my life, and I wanted to die, because I didn't understand what was happening to me. Then one day, something clicked, and I knew what had happened, and I knew I had to tell. That day, talking to my therapist was one of the scariest days of my life, but slowly, I felt the pressure of the secret I had been keeping lift from my shoulders. I had to talk to the cops, more than once, but it was okay, because they were nice and not so scary. I knew no matter what, they'd keep me safe. My father has 4 different charges against him, and although he's not in prison yet, I know that because of what I did, it hopefully will save a little girl out there from being hurt like I was for so many years. Telling my mom was the worst part of all, because it broke her heart, and it made her feel like it was all her fault. Even though she couldn't do anything, and what happened happened, it's still taking a long time for us to get over it and to come to terms. Today, I know that the 6-year-old me would be proud of the 16-year-old girl who told her story, and who is trying to make a change. If you or someone you know is dealing or has dealt with sexual assault, get help and talk about it. Know that you have not done anything wrong, and if someone tells you not to tell because something bad will happen, know that they are lying to save themselves, and nothing bad will happen to you, because help is out there, and just one click or call away. It happens to boys and men too. For help, go to 1-in-6 online helpline, available 24/7. For more help, call 1-800-656-4673 or 1-800-799-7233, and so many more. Know you aren't alone, and help is never far out of reach. Be aware of sexual assault. Spread the word. You may end up saving a life or preventing something horrible from happening. Be aware.